Welcome to your daily focus, September the 23rd, 2022. Mercury steals the show today, people. It meets up with the sun at 0 degrees of Libra, which is a high energy place to meet in the sky, first of all. And then they are meeting together, so raising that energy even higher for us. But then Mercury will continue to go back into Virgo as the sun moves further into Libra. So we'll talk about that, how it affects you, how you may recognize some of these steps already, some of these conversations you've had, some of these details, some of these decisions you thought you made, kicked to the curb, are showing up, knocking at your door again. Anyways, let's start at the beginning. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all of your positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Now, I was lax getting to the comments, and I will get to them. I think we're finally over it. So I had a surprise for you guys, but Milo, it's all Milo's fault. Milo ruined it, but it is coming, okay? But I was going to be working on something for you guys that you've been asking for quite a while. And Milo said, I gotta go potty. So I thought, okay, before I get started, I'll let them out. So one thing about Milo is he has a bad relationship with cats. He likes to eat them, but he'll go after everything out there. And last night I let them out. It's pitch dark, okay, and I've got like 5 acres where they can run. So all of a sudden I smell skunk, and I yell, Milo, and the poor baby. I mean, the skunk got him right in the face. Like, it's just, his eyes were closed. He couldn't see. He was foaming at the mouth. He kept banging off walls and doors. And I'm thinking, now what do I do? What do I do? I left my phone and everything in the house. If I let them go, then Dylan might run out there to see what Milo got into. So we didn't want that to happen. So I had to let him into the house. Tried to contain him, yelling for Paul to close all the doors, close all everything. And me and Milo have been bonding for the last 24 hours. I think we finally had our last shower together, didn't we, Milo? So he's pretty well toxic free, but all the poor baby. I mean, when I started, cleaning his eyes and stuff, he just sat there like, oh, thank you so much. Do it some more. Do it some more. So I do have a homemade recipe for that. If anybody would like it, if you want to come up and say hi. I don't think he's staying down because I've been like, you do not come near me in between treatments. I can still smell you a little bit, buddy, but it was pretty toxic in here, let me tell you. All the doors and windows were open, so I never got to the surprise, but I will. Look at that. The yes card comes out. Do you know that today is a magical day? This card goes flying out at us. I guess I better get to everything, huh? So, sorry. I had to tell you about Milo. Oh my goodness. The Ten of Pentacles is the yes card. Now, what does it take to get the yes? Well, it takes doing the work. It takes an unconditional belief that you can do it. Even when everything is saying that you can't, you're still saying, yes, I can. I'm doing this. I've got this. You're keeping it positive. You're doing the work. Your focus is impeccable on your goals. And so I want you to look and see if you can see all 10 pentacles here that show up in the card. Because it takes focus, right? So we are looking at our tomorrow. We do have the new moon coming this weekend, so we are going to want to step into new paths. Absolutely. And the yes card is here to say, yes, it can be yours. It can. The Magician underneath there. I'm not even going to go there. Oh my gosh. Let's get to the numerology, shall we? 23. 23 says that we are protected going forward. That we needn't worry. We needn't live in fear that it's not going to work out, that things won't get better or even better than they are perhaps for you. But you have to put a faith in that protection. You have to put a faith in that they've got your back. because the 23 energy is all about your angels, your guides, strong, powerful forces guiding you towards those safe ports. So go with the flow. Definitely under a 23 energy. 2 plus 3 is a 5, which means a busy energy. But the main goal then is our happiness, our joy, our laughter, our giggles. If we do the numerology of the day, it's a 20. So September is our 9th month. We have the 5 energy, and then 2022 is 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2 is 6, right? So 9 plus 5 plus 6, and it's a 20. And the 20 is about turning points. Once again, we know that new moon is right around the corner. So yes, we know that there are turning points in our life, decisions to be made. And it's about understanding your potential, your true potential. To imagine if you just gave a little bit more of yourself, maybe it's time, energy, resources, to that goal, that dream, that desire, what would happen if you freed up 5 minutes or had that little energy burst that you had enough energy to do it? Or maybe it's a time factor. You whittled out 5 minutes for yourself, or maybe it's $5 you had to throw at it. But what would happen to your dream? What would happen to those goals if you just pushed yourself a little bit harder? If you rolled up your sleeves and actually got down to business, what could you do? What could you create? What could you manifest? Sun is in Libra, full day, first day of Libra. So we are going to be trying to compromise with people a little bit more, creating harmony. We don't want to fight. We don't want to battle. We don't want to duke it out. We want to be tactful. We want to be reserved and really figure out a true harmony. We have to watch that, because many times when we are trying to create harmony, what do? We say, oh, I'll suck it up. I won't do that. I don't need that. And you do need that. So don't lie to yourself. Well, what you need? Of course you need it. You had it. Why wouldn't you need it? And don't give a part of yourself away. Don't give your power away when you're compromising over the next, 3 to 4 weeks, right? Okay. Moon will enter Virgo, I think, while we're sleeping. So by the time most of us have gotten up for the day, the moon will be in Virgo. So we get that Virgo energy a little bit today, elongating that travel that we had just gone through, that road that we had just walked on, right? Because the sun came out of Virgo. So we get that Virgo energy still throughout the moon energy. And, it's understanding what has value, what does not have value in our life, very much so. It's about, getting your ducks in a row, seeking the beauty. Now we have the sun, okay? So the sun conjuncts Mercury at 0 degrees of Libra. So it's a good time to process some recent events, conversations, situations, and some ideas that you've had. It's a beautiful time to contemplate on those things, to really think it through, to really process what might have happened in that situation, what could have happened in that situation, what did you want to have happen in that situation during that event, through that exchange of ideas, perhaps. And the sun and Mercury together, it's like a light goes on to our problems and our issues, and new ways of solving them, new ways of stepping past them. So new perspectives to gain new understandings of how we can actually move forward, of how we can be strong and confident, how we can utilize our courage and our strength and our love to move us forward each and every day. And know that what you write, what you communicate about, what you say right now has an impact. Better or worse, it has an impact. So be careful of the words you're using and what you're trying to say, because trust me, Mercury in retrograde, our words get jumbled. We don't get clarity coming in you know, we read something, but we only read half of it, and so we walk away with a misunderstanding, or maybe we only wrote half of it and half of it's still stuck in our mind, and it's like, yeah, you fill in the gaps. I did that today with the text. I said, oh, by the way, this has to do with, because I just thought it was self-explanatory. They wouldn't know where I was coming from with that. So once I reread it, then I had to resend a little bit more information because I didn't follow my own rule of reading it twice. Like the carpenters say, measure it twice, cut once. So realize that happens. Now, when Mercury goes retrograde, for those of you who don't really understand these whole retrograde things and whatnot, retrograde, any planet that is going retrograde, it's a time to review, revisit. Because what happens is Mercury's going forward, 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 and then it hangs up here. And then it slowly comes back. And then it swings back forward again and goes through. Now, that is our perception from sitting on planet Earth and looking up at the sky, and that's what you would see. It would look like Mercury's going back and coming forward. Mercury doesn't actually slam on the brakes, but it does slow down and things in our perspective, and when it does, we have to pay close attention to those things because we know the energy is going to be stronger, especially at the tips of that, right? So what has happened now is we've come to a certain point. We're walking backwards, so we've already lived a lot of this, okay? So it is things that we thought we kicked to the curb and they're knocking at our door again. Things we thought we made a decision on, new information comes in, we have to revise the plan. We have to gain new perspectives on how to go forward because we have to revise the plan, because more information came in. And you're going to probably sit there and try and make new decisions based on the new information. And I have news for you, because guess what? It's going to go into Virgo and deal with some of those issues we thought we left in the dust back there. And it's going to come through one more time. So anything that you really say, okay, this is what I'm doing going forward, chances are in a couple of weeks, especially if it's something that you're already revisiting, it's going to change again. There's more information coming to you yet. So if you can hold off on the decision, by all means. This isn't a time to go for a loan or make a big purchase or make a big decision in your life. Hold off a little bit. Somebody said maybe I should wait on getting the iPhone 14, and I was like, yeah, absolutely. Oh, and somebody also asked, since we're on planets here, and I didn't mention Aries. Gosh, it starts with an S. I read it briefly. I'm so sorry I forget your name. But I'll go back and look, and my apologies for that. But, I'm Aries, and you don't talk about Aries at all. So this is for all signs. So it is for an Aries, as well as a Gemini and a Scorpio and a Taurus and a Capricorn. And it's for you all. Okay? It's a collective energy that we'll all feel. Now, depending on our signs, depending on our birth chart, when we were born, some of us are going to go right off the cliff on energy, and it'll be like, I can't believe I made it through it. That's me in Mercury retrograde at all times. And some of us will go, well, maybe that happened, so that could be what Tilly was talking about. But it was just a little hiccup. Didn't really, so it all depends on our own personal energy. And that's when, if I broke it down into the signs where I could really tell you, being an Aries and the sun going into Libra, your relationships are really going to take the stage right now in your life. And as you go into the new moon, it could be new relationships come into your life, new partnerships, new best friends, new mentors, new co-workers that you're going to fall in love with and call family one day soon. So, okay, so anyways, but it's not Aries season. You're absolutely right. And when it's Aries season, that's all I'll be talking about is Aries. Okay, so, but I had a little thing that I was going to start again, and I was going to do the monthlies for October for you. I was all ready to start. I had everything ready. I did my meditation. My plans fell through. Thought, well, I got, the rest of the night now, so I could maybe get the majority of them done for you and have them up. But Milo met a skunk. So I will try and open up another window of opportunity to do those for you. And then, being an Aries, you can watch your Aries, but also when you anybody's site, okay, not just mine, and for most sites, if they're tarot card readers, they're talking about your sun sign, absolutely, but you should also listen for your moon energy and your rising sign energy. So there's 1,001 places online. Just Google it, calculate birth chart free, and you'll get a whole bunch of choices. Put it in, find out where the moon was at when you were born, and what the sign, what the planet was that was rising over the horizon when you were born. Because that holds a lot of clues. So, if you just go to your sun sign, you're really not getting a full picture of the energy that's around you. And the energy that you're walking into and how to utilize it properly. Okay, let's cut the cards, and we've got the shadow card is, look at this, the Page of Pentacles. This is dreaming it big. I'm going to hold this right up so we don't get the glare. And we also have celebration right underneath that, just saying. The Page of Pentacles, look at how worn these cards you're getting. The Page of Pentacles, I've only been using them for, a decade or so now. The Page of Pentacles. There's our abundance in our hand. We're young. We're a page. Young, new beginnings, new energy, light energy. And when we're young and we are growing the dreams, what happens? We face challenges, learning experiences, growing experiences. So know that as the page, whatever you are planning is not going to come all gift wrapped with a bow. It'll be roll up the sleeves, learn, gain new experiences, gain wisdom, gain understanding, grow your intuition. But this is dreaming it so big. You don't have a pocket big enough for that coin, for goodness sakes. Look at how big we're growing it. We need two hands just to hold it out. Now look at the background, okay? It's so foggy we can't see. Is it more mountains and grass, or is it ocean? Or it's so foggy we don't know what will happen when we take that step forward. And it's okay. We don't need to know. We'll be okay. 23 energy. We're protected right now. So really, just look at the end goal. What do you see? What do you envision? What do you want to bring into your life? Do you want to lose 10 pounds? Do you want to eat healthier? Do you want a good night's sleep? Do you want to get that job promotion? Do you want to start your own business? Do you want to step into a learning experience? Do you want to be of service to others in some way? Do you want to grow your stature in the community? Do you want a new best friend to come into your life? Do you want a lover to come into your life? Do you want to have children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren to come into your life? What do you want? And grow it big. If your dream is not scaring you a little bit, then you got to get with the Page of Pentacles here and start growing that dream, so that it's like, oh my goodness, could you imagine if that happened? Like your breath almost gets caught up thinking about, wow, if that could be, if I could manifest that in my life. And you can. The red rose on top means courage, strength is needed here, and passion. The other one is a white rose, which symbolizes new beginnings, new starts, birthing. Okay, our first card. Our first card is, look at this, Seven of Pentacles is back again. Where is your focus? So that was kind of in the middle of the energy. So we were probably thinking about our focus, but we weren't putting it as our number one priority today. And here it is in first place. So it is about our focus and where our focus is. And if you say, I don't have enough money, or nobody will ever hire me, or I'll never get that job, you're absolutely right. Because that's what you're focusing on, and that's the energy you're bringing in. You have to completely hit delete on that. You have to completely cancel it out of your vocabulary. And trust me, I've been there. I've been there when I've brought the mail home and put it in the middle of the table and thought, I don't even want to open it because I know I don't have the money. I don't know what I'm going to do. I was raising 3 kids on my own, 2 with autism. I had no idea. Some weeks I had no idea. I'd sit there with $5 and should I get bread and milk or should I put it in the gas tank so I can actually get to work to keep earning that paycheck for the bread and milk I'm going to need next week. So, robbing Peter to pay Paul, I got really, really, really good at it. Okay. And I was back in the days when you had to mail in your check. So the gas company got the electric bill check, and the electric company got the gas bill check, and then it would take 3 or 4 days for mailing, and then they'd have to open it, and probably about day 9 or 11, they would say, "You gave us the wrong check," and I said, "Oh my goodness, I put them in the wrong envelopes. I'm so sorry. I'll come right down. I would have the money by then, right?" So I got really good at stuff like that. So I know where you're coming from. I know what it's like to be flat broke and without a job or without a vision of your tomorrow. And you have to completely take that out of your vocabulary. You are no longer allowed to speak of it. Nobody will love me. Stop already. Delete, delete, cancel, cancel. And start saying affirmations. And you may not believe them at the beginning, but our brain doesn't know if we're telling it a story, fact, or fiction. So if we say it enough times, it starts to get in there. We start to reprogram ourselves, and it takes time to reprogram ourselves. So it takes a patience with yourself, because it doesn't, how many years did it take you to keep saying these things to actually program yourself this way the first time around? It's going to take time. So you have to be patient with yourself and catch yourself and become more aware of it. And you will be able to manifest anything you want, but where is your focus? What is your internal dot? Remember, it's what we say or write or communicate right now has a huge impact on us, and that could be just talking to ourselves, thinking to ourselves. So be very careful of your words and only talk about them in the future tense as if they're present tense. It's already happened in your life. The Emperor shows up. No, I like the Emperor because he doesn't wish and hope and dream and, goes to that, little unicorns and rainbows kind of atmosphere. He's one of our highest intuitives in the deck. He's also one of our highest diplomats in the deck. The Emperor appears and he's looking at his vision of what will be tomorrow. Now, he will turn to spirit. In this card, he's kind of looking like he's looking towards those lights behind him, right? So he will go into prayer. He will. But the thing about him is he makes a plan. And he strategizes. And what he doesn't know, he surrounds himself with people who will know that information. And it's not that he turns it over to them. Oh, no, sirree, Bob. He gathers the information and decides if it would be useful to his goals, to his dreams, to his desires, for his empire, for himself. Right? Because if his empire is doing well, he's doing well. And then when he sets the plan in motion, and this is the important thing here, when he sets the plan in motion, he expects it to happen as he planned or better than he planned. And those are the only 2 options that are available. So 1, we have to think it through. 2, we have to strategize, make the plan. And 3, there is no doubt in our mind that when we start upon this path, it's going to manifest into what we wanted to bring into our lives or better. Okay, 3rd one, oh my gosh. We have had such strong energy This whole week leading up to this new moon, I haven't even looked at the new moon energy. I've been busy, busy bathing Milo for the last 24 hours straight. But we have the World card. The World card is, the perfect energy card to come out during any kind of full moon energy. And we are in full moon energy. And right now it's all about completion, healing. In fact, you might be more tired than usual. It's time to recharge your batteries, to restore yourself, to strengthen yourself. So we have the World card here. And that essentially is saying there's a brand new tomorrow waiting for you. But you have to tie up some loose ends. You have to take care of some business. You have to cut away from the past, perhaps. You might need to heal, to allow healing, to love yourself again, or to love another, or to forgive yourself, or to forgive another, or to complete something that has been hanging over your head so that you are not taking that energy with you, weighing you down. You want a skip in your step. Okay, we will go to our mantra cards. And our mantra card for today is, look at this. I kid you not. I told you this is fabulous energy we're in. Good fortune. Invite magic in. Well, if you don't believe in magic, trust me, there's no magic for you. Because even people who have seen true miracles in their life still try to rationalize it out as this is why it happened, instead of just accepting. Good fortune. Invite magic in. Let the magic in. Sit back a little bit and just expect it to show up. So, and there's always magic. There's always magic to be found in the world. Always magic. And I'm trying to think of who says it, that everything is a miracle. Everything is magic when you think about it. When you start thinking about how that little blade of grass even grows. When you think about how on certain days it's the perfect weather and the perfect company and the perfect people come together. Or how you just stopped moments before stepping onto that road and a car went by that you didn't even see. And almost like the angels pulled you back. Or you decided not to go to that thing and then that thing happened and it would have been horrible had you been in it. But for some reason you didn't go. And I think I shared an experience with you about my daughter when she left work one day ill. So there's miracles all around you. And I can say that without a doubt because I've seen more than my share of miracles. More than my share of miracles. So invite the magic in because there is magic all around you. And once you start to see it, you realize how much of that is actually for you. Welcome to the magic of life. All good things are coming your way. You deserve your heart's desires. Allow yourself to feel good. Sorry, I don't know why I got follow. You deserve your heart's desires. So allow yourself to feel good. When you send out positive energy and are ready to receive, providence gets into action. You don't need to understand how it will happen. Just trust that the universe is at work and will rearrange itself to make the right things happen for you. And when you can start believing that without a doubt and not sit there and go, I'm sad because of this. I'm heartbroken because of this. I feel like I live in chaos because of this. Once you truly believe that tomorrow is actually yours, that you already have ownership of it, all you have to do is believe that you have ownership of it. After you have asked for what you desire, give thanks and trust that it will occur. to believe and to trust. And it's some of the hardest things that you ever had to do. And trust me, I've been through lesson after lesson where, of course, we've all had those moments where, why me? What did I do so wrong? There's no punishment like that, okay? We weren't sent here to be punished. We were sent here to learn, to grow. And of course there's challenges. But we came with a team prepared to protect us at all costs. But we have to do the work. And we can't be inviting in that low energy, especially right now. Especially right now. Our words, our thoughts have an impact, better or worse. So the mantra is, I trust in the magic of life to fulfill my desires. I trust in the magic of life to fulfill my desires. I truly, truly do. I trust in the magic to bring in what I am trying to manifest in my life. I started with the logo. I don't know if I mentioned the logo. Hope you like the new logo. So that was done by First Wave. So if you want anything like that done. She's dynamic. Her whole team is. Well, they do websites and everything. So I said before I do a business card or a website, and I've been doing this for, a decade just here. But I had to unplug. I had to take care of Mom. It was just way too much to do everything. So I lost being able to sit here and do monthly readings and weekly readings and personal readings and all the things that I love doing. So now I'm finally getting into the path where I can start stepping up to the plate for you guys in a way that I've just been dreaming about for the last 5 years or so. So that was step one for me. Getting the logo. Anyways, hope you like it. The Humpback Whale. The singer. Some of it is very hard to read, just the colors they pick, I think. Sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. I know this is sounding very repetitive here today for you, but that's because all of the energy agrees. Whether or not we're talking about the numerology, the astrology, what the tarot cards say, what the oracle cards say, what the animal cards say, it's all telling you the same thing today, isn't it? Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose. Where's your focus? And the power in your soul. So, sing healing songs for the world. If you're feeling down, one of the best ways of picking yourself up is volunteer work. By going out and helping somebody else in need, of being service to another. One, we take the preoccupation of where we're sitting right now off of our minds because we have to engage over here and pay attention to this person and helping them. And by doing that, not only do they feel good, but you feel tremendous. And guess what happens then? Your energy was lifted. Now, take her in for the home run. So, singing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. So follow your intuition. Remember, we had the Emperor today. One of the highest intuitives in the deck came out to greet you today. To say, believe in the magic, yes, but make the plan, strategize, and then expect that to happen or better than that. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.